Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and today we're going to be going all over the Victory Blueprint event, which I realize I have not covered in quite a few months. I think I actually only did it the first time in May, and I kind of skipped over the other months because it was essentially the repeat of the event. However, they have been moving the goalpost a little bit on this event as far as milestone points go, so I wanted to do a bit of an update on this for the math and all of that so that everyone's on the same page now. And then we can also look forward, if they do another month-long event in September, to see whether or not they move the goalposts again for, I guess, the 5th time, or this is the 4th time the event's run, I think. So, if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. And before we jump to the math, I do want to start here, and so I apologize if I didn't give a proper public service announcement about this event. When it should have. I told people in my Discord that they should have started hoarding their their mail and stuff since last Sunday. But I should have maybe been a bit more clear about that and mentioned it on my YouTube. So as you can see, I am hoarding a lot. I'm hoarding war mail, which is typically what you do prior to Victory Blueprint. I have these here, a variety of them, and then these are energy things. So I've been hoarding this as well, because you're going to need campaign energy, which is going to go towards points that you need for the milestone. So more energy and spending war currency and earning it. And so they've actually moved the goalpost in terms of the last milestone. It's gone up. And so I think part of this is because people have been hoarding their war resources, and you can normally hoard about 3 of these, because now, they changed it to 7 days in the timer for that. So this allows you to get about a 30,000 roughly point head start on the milestone, and that's exactly how much the last milestone has actually moved since the start in May. So that's quite interesting as well, but we'll talk about that. And I do want, if any of you guys remember from the blog post, they actually talked about, not here, sorry. It was spend war soap bar. That got changed. They corrected that. But, maybe funny joke here. Maybe that's what it is in the coding. Someone said in yesterday's video in the comments that that's how the coding is sometimes. They have a shorter form version of that. So, this is it here, and basically the goal, if you can see anyways, actually I have a zoomed in version here, is going to be the 144k milestone mark. However, you do need to get to about 102,000 because that's where you get the jet boots, and the jet boots are going to give you 8,000 points. We'll talk about that as well. So, lots of T2 level, I don't know why I call it that, blue 4 ions. They baited me into saying T2 level 4, but it's just blue 4. Just say blue 4. Everyone needs to say blue 4. It's a lot easier. And the end goal, if you can, is 144k. We'll talk about that as well. So let's jump on over to the math really quick. This is the overview for Techno Future for August so far, what we have so far. And for the jet boost, because now we have the laser pistol, which is from Ride of the Valkyrie. The jet boot is 8,000 points, and normally the Victory Blueprint item is for 6,000 points. So this is a bit weird. And they're going in a weird order, so they're going it seems like maybe from 8,000 point item to maybe a 6,000 and then a 10,000 finally, which will probably be the Hulkbuster event, and then I guess will be the Vision, whatever that is, next Sunday. I guess we'll find out in the blog post for that. Maybe some data mines as well. This is what we have so far, by the way, for the subtotals. We've had 2 1-core offers on August the 2nd, and then on August the 4th, worth 520 points each. We've had 2 quick rumbles. Actually, sorry, we're going to have 2 quick rumbles. We've had 1. Ride of the Valkyrie was worth 1488 plus 2080 from the pistol. And then we have Victory Blueprint right now, which is worth 1302 plus the boots. So that's actually 9302 points. But let's jump ahead to the actual milestones, and we'll scroll up here at the start. So let's get into the proper position. There's going to be a lot of math here, and I'm going to go through this, so that people can understand exactly what you need to do and where we're coming from exactly. So this is a 7-day milestone that is solo, however, has alliance engagement with alliance war. So, take it for what you will. Total milestone points required is 210,000. Now, I want to jump back to June, because I want to show you. I have a very similar sort of guide here, but back then, the total milestone points required was 190,000. And this was from June the 1st, when that started for that Victory Blueprint. So between, and it may have been actually for May. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have it anymore. But it may very well have been for A Force of Nature back with Spider-Woman. It may very well have been 180,000. So jumping back to now, which also I realize I thought I changed the dates on that actually. So this should be my bad. August the 7th, August the 7th to the 14th. And so the total milestone points that required is 210,000. You're going to get 1,302 relay circuits, with the maximum relay circuit point being at milestone 33, which is 149,000 points. So keep that position in mind, that total in mind when we talk about some of the numbers below. The jet boot milestone, though, is about 102,000, and this is approximate. If you see the purple numbers, this is like the percent of the total milestone number. So this is 49% of that total 210%. So we'll talk about like what each of them are worth down below. So if you look at the point accumulations and how much that's worth in terms of the grand scheme of things. So the very first thing you need to talk about is campaign energy per day. Now you're getting 5 points per 1 energy spent. Your free-to-play energy gain is about 288. That's just your natural time accumulation. And then you're getting about 240 for your free refreshes. So these are your 80 per day. Sorry, 80 per refresh. You get 3 of these. And then if you do, this first part is going to be not 200 cores daily. Well, I'm pretty sure I updated this. That's weird. It didn't save. 100 cores daily. And then you're going to be getting about 240 energies off of that. And then you add in about 100 from the web store, which, by the way, is not in the milestone section anymore. It's in the store section. So make sure you're grabbing that because every little bit helps. That's a total amount of energy with 868, assuming you're only doing 2 core refreshes. So times that by 5 and you're getting about 4,340 daily points. Multiply this over 7 and you're getting roughly 30,000 points. Milestone points over that 7 days. Now I have some situations here. If you're doing 200 cores daily and 400 cores daily for your energy, that's 4 refreshes and 6 refreshes. You can see the numbers here. 38,780 for 200 cores daily and 47,000. So it's basically an extra 8,000 points for an extra 2 refreshes every time you do that. So, there's a bit of a 17,000, 16,000 gap or so, between 100 cores daily and 400 cores daily. But, they're really gouging us for power cores right now because we're not only on the back of a Valkyrie event event campaign, but we're actually going into a Viv Vision campaign event not too long, in about a week's time, right? So there's really so many reasons that they're trying to get us to spend power cores, and whether or not you have enough available to do everything, that's entirely up to you, which is why I kind of have these scenarios here as far as energy goes to give you an idea of what you're missing or what you're not getting by doing it. So, for each of the scenarios here for the energy, it's about an 8,000-ish difference between it. So just understand that. Now, the war energy refill, this is going to be really super important because this is where you're going to get the bulk of your points. So you get 20 points per war energy refill, not war soap bar. And the amount of points that you're getting, whether you use 2 refills, 3 refills, or 4 refills, I have different scenarios here for that as well. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the full table. So points for 2 refills, that's 7,000 points just from 1 war, but there's going to be 3 wars as far as I'm aware, over the 7-day period. And so that's going to give you a total of 21,000 points over 3 wars just doing 2 refills. Now you can see here though, with 3 refills and 4 refills, that it goes from 21,000 to 36,000, and then from 36,000 to 54,000. So there's a huge point gap difference between 2 refills, 3 refills, and 4 refills. That being said, doing 4 refills every single war is challenging because you're going to need to make sure that you have 900 currency every war, and you only get 75. Just to go back into the game really quick, you only get 75 per Blitz Store refresh, which means you're only getting about 200, and mine's maxed, of course it is, right now, but you only get about 75 of these every store refresh. That's 225 per day. So you may not necessarily be able to naturally get your own way back up to 900 during the course of the war before it ends. And so what you might have to do perhaps is by refreshing again with power cores, right? You're spending power cores to do this to get the war energy refill. But this is the most amount of points that you're going to get throughout this event, and it's super important. Now what you can do is at the start of any war, you can actually convert your cores in a 1-to-1 basis for war energy refill. So if you're lacking 500, you could actually give 500 power cores for 500 war refills. Now, that's not as good as actually spending 50 cores to refresh to get 75. You're getting more that way. But if you're in a hurry and you need to get some, then that's going to be your fastest way to do it, unfortunately. So just know that there's a lot of points up for grabs here with the War Energy refills, 21,000, 36, and 54. This makes a huge difference for your point goals if you add on the previous scenario for the energy. Now let's talk about how you can get some more war credits. So there's the star credits, and this is why I have it in a separate color, because not everyone has to do this. It depends on if you saved any of your mail beforehand. That'll help a big difference. And if you didn't, or even if you did, you know, that's a bit of extra points that you can get as well. So you get 2,000 for 2,000 star credits. You get 500 war credits, but that's equivalent to 1,000 milestone points. If you did this 5 times, that's 10,000 star credits for 5,000 milestone points. Now, the accumulation of star credits is very slow, so you kind of have to be doing this basically every month and only spending it for the Victory Blueprint event for however long they continue to do this event. So this might make the difference for, you know, 1 milestone maybe, you know, as far as the star credits go, if that's something that's important to you, or if you want to hit a certain goal. Now you're getting 2 points for every war credit, right? So this is important for your KOs, for your natural matches, right? So this is with the assumption that you're in Platinum 2. I do have a Gold 4 scenario down over here, though. So you get about 5,250 for a Platinum 2 war win. You have 4,725 for a loss. So if you do like a 2 wins, 1 loss over the course of the week, then you're getting about 15,225 war credits. Multiply that by 2, and you're getting about, you know, 30,000 or so. But you're also getting war credits from KOing characters. So I have this, let's say you did 40 KOs. That's like 8 room clears. And so that would give you 1,440 war credits. And then over 3 wars, that's 4,320. Multiply that by 2 again, and you're getting about 8,600 points, milestone points, just from the KOing. So it's not huge, but it's, you know, not anything to scoff at either. And so, you know, if you take that and you multiply that with the war credits that you gain from your wins and losses from the regular week, then you're getting about 39,000 points just from your natural war stuff that you do during the week. So then you want to add all that up. So you get the 39,000 here, you get the scenarios here, 21, 36, or 54,000 here, plus the energy scenarios, and you get yourself a total, right? And so that's usually about 161,000 if you're doing this in Platinum 2, doing the 4 refills, because that's super important, and you're doing, I believe that's under 200 cores daily. So this one here, the 38,780, you add that all up together and you're getting 162,000, give or take. So, and that's going to give you about 810,000 blue 4 ions. And that's enough for 1 full character to T2 level 4. I don't know why I said that. Blue 4 plus a little bit extra. Now, if you're not in Platinum 2 and you're in Gold 2, just know that the difference isn't huge. So this is Gold 4, all the same stuff I just talked about. Total points for Gold 4 would be about almost 35,000, and you can see Platinum 2 is about 39,000. So the difference is like 4,000. It's not a huge amount of points. You could make up the difference with star credits if you so wish to do that. So this is where I need to break it down into scenarios even further. So I have 4 like TLDRs, I guess you could say. So this is the total amount of milestone points if you did 2 energy refreshes per day and 2 war refills per war with no hoarding at all. If you know, whatever you didn't hoard into this event, then you're only going to get about 90,000 points. And that means you're not going to get the boots, because the boots were, what did I say, 102,000, right? So it's just shy of that. And I don't know, the ways that you'd make up for this would be obviously to do more refills, to convert your Stark Tech credits into war credits. That would help too. Scenario 2, this is if you did 4 energy refreshes, so that's 200 cores daily, and you did 3 war refills. And that just scrapes you by for the boots, 114,000 rounding up. And so you need 112 that I just said for the boots. But it doesn't get you those extra milestones for, you know, the currency, the relay circuits. I always forget the name of them. So scenario 3. Now this is interesting. This is if you did 4 energy refreshes, which is 200 cores daily, and 4 war refills with 3 war hoarding, like I am, then you would get about this value here, right? The 162,000. If you added all of that together with all of the stuff that you could have done before, then you'll get that. Now, you could go a little bit more if you want to do energy refreshes. I just wanted to share this here, that you could get about 170,000 if you did a little bit more on the energy refreshing, still did the hoarding, and the 4 refills, then you get about 170k. Still not really there, like, to get to the 210k up here to max it out. So if you really want to max it out, like, I honestly don't know how you get there without spending. You would have to do a shit ton of energy coring, and really that's the maximum refills and war hoarding that you can do during the week. So I'm not even sure how you get there. It has to be through energy, which would be some extraordinary amount that I have not mathed for. My apologies, but maybe next time, if you guys are curious, I could just, you would need to make up the difference between 170 and 210k, so 40k from just energy alone. And honestly, it's a lot. And it's not worth my time because nobody's really going to get there. So going back to the image here, what can you get to? This milestone, oh yeah, my head's in the way. This milestone 34 and 35 are whale milestones. You know, you're getting 2 million gold here on milestone 35. You're getting a crap ton of blue level 4 ions, like an extra 320,000. But those really aren't that accessible for most players. So don't think that that's probably going to be you. But I would aim for, like, somewhere around here, you know, like the boot milestones. So scenario 2 or scenario 3, depending on if you hoard it or not. And then you can add on extra energy if you wish, and you can add on Stark Tech credits if you need to as well. So those are some additional ways that you can get those extra milestones if you need to. So I hope that this was helpful. This is just an update for Victory Blueprint as of August 2022. You know, I don't know if I'll keep doing this every month because it doesn't change too significantly, but it has been a couple of months since I have done this video, so I hope that it helps. And I will post this in my Discord channel as well, just so people can share it around their lines if they need to, or if they just want to look at it themselves. I'll post this spreadsheet image into my Discord, so if you're not a member of the Discord channel, then do join up, and you can see all of my tables that I normally post in there as well. So that's the end of the video. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.